Good morning again, everybody. Welcome to the trading room. Glad everybody's here. Good morning, TT. Wednesday, December 27, 2023. Couple of things I want to go over today, or this morning, right now. We're going to look at a few of these tickers over here. But first, I want to talk about something, how simple it is, okay? There's only a couple things that we really have to do. And I think everything, no matter how fancy you get, no matter how complicated, I mean, to you, your charts may not be complicated. I'm not saying that, but to somebody else, they may be complicated. You may have lots of indicators and everything. But when it boils down to it and you strip everything away, here's something that every one of us have in common, okay? Every single one of us. We're shopping for a trend in the chart that we want to trade. We're also shopping for a trend in the overall market. You know, even if you're buying down here, you're shopping for a trend because you're wanting it to get into trend. That's how you make money. So, the stock you're trading or the chart you're trading, you want that in a trend. And that, again, that's something we all have in common. And then the market, we want I probably should do this. Let's take a look at SJM here. We're looking at a trend in SJM. Well, the market is also trending. I want those two things happening. And then whether you're going to trade stock or options. If you're going to trade stock, let's see, SJM. Look at that. Here, let's look at another one here. Let's look at Bank of America. I bought some Bank of America going into the close yesterday. So what I'm wanting in this is, decide whether I want to buy a stock or an option. Now, I keep it pretty doggone simple. I don't get fancy with options. Probably 99% of everything I trade is options, but I do take a stock trade from time to time. And the stock trade is pretty simple. If you're going to buy Bank of America, you buy Bank of America. This is the price you pay. How many shares do you want? Bada boom, bada bang, you're all done, right? Well, if you're going to trade the options, it's a bit more complicated, but it's not complicated. I want to look for I want to go out 40, 50, 60 days, maybe even further. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to look for open interest, make sure there's plenty open interest, and delta around 70. That's not difficult. That is a super, super simple. Don't let an option change scare you like it scared me for the best part of 30 years. Don't let it scare you. One pattern, really, we can call this, here, let's pick another one. Let's look at WDC. We can call this whatever you want. You can call it a J hook. You can call it a cow jumped over the moon. You can call it whatever you want. What it boils down to is a stock that's trending and a continuation pattern. And it doesn't matter whether it's, we use a lot of the, pop out of the boxes or here's a flag, J hook continuation pattern. That's just fancy names for a continuation pattern. It's one pattern. That's all it is. It's a PBO, pullback opportunity. That is it. So, and there's another name for it. I mean, if you want to call it that, bottom line, it's a chart that's giving you opportunity at this time. But we're coming from a chart that's trending, a market that's trending, and we're looking for that setup that we know works. We also know it doesn't work 100% of the time. We know that as a trader. If you don't, you need to. Candlestick alerts. There really is only about 15 candlestick patterns you need to learn. And honestly, I mean, do you even need to learn those? The truth of it is, I mean, you've got, I mean, it's like this. We could call this a bull kicker. Who gives a rat's patoot if you know what that's called? Nobody. Nobody cares. You just have to know that that's a bullish sign. It's like this morning. Let's find another one here. Let's look at space. What's space doing? Can you see space? Space is bullish right now this morning. So here we are. I mean, do you need to know what a doji is? Now, I would prefer you knew what a doji is, but you don't need to know. You can clearly see that's a bullish candle. If you have trouble with white and black, make them red and green. Green means go, red means stop. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Profiting rules. Look, we have a calculator, which, look, anybody can figure this out, okay? But we have a calculator, it's kind of cool, where you can plug in your portfolio size, and if you want to double it, it'll show you what you have to do to double it based on a daily average, a weekly average, a monthly average. There you go. So it moves up. You reach one of your goals, you take some of your money off the table. It moves up more, you take some more money off the table. But you know, not everything works out. If you get stopped out, you put a protective stop in. That's 8 things I've covered, and 2 of them are talking about stocks or options, which really that's 7 things, 7 little things, all we have to worry about. Now, if you want to put Bollinger Bands on your chart, if you want to draw trend lines like crazy, if you want momentum indicators or stochastics or RSI, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you strip everything away, this is what you're looking at. You're looking at trading a stock or an option. You're looking at a chart trending. Whether you buy it in a trend or you buy it at the bottom, you want it to start trending. You want the market. You want to put everything in your favor. You want the market trending. That's why right now it's not healthy to short the market, because the market's bullish. Duh. You know, and we just have to remember that going forward. When the market is bearish, we don't want to be long. One price pattern, consolidation. If we know what we want, okay, let's take space here. If we want the next leg, that's where we're going to make our money, the next leg. And if we can see that consolidation, well, doesn't that make sense to go back and see what it's done before? And if you can see it do it before, that's what we're looking for now. Nothing changes. So this consolidation, this continuation pattern setting up. Again, you can call it whatever you want. I mean, really, you can call that whatever you want. But bottom line, all the J hooks, the pop out of the boxes, the PBOs, the flags, they're just continuation patterns, all they are. Candlestick rules are alert, a buy signal. That's what we want to see. Some profiting rules, stop rules, and there you go. And I'm just repeating myself. Sorry about that. All right, let's look at some charts here. Anybody looking for a cheapie around 377 here? Current price. Apologize for that. Looks to me like it wants that 200 period moving average up there. There's your continuation pattern. Once again, call it whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Look at that trend right there. Nothing wrong with that. So now it's a matter of you arguing with yourself, is today the day you want to trade? And I don't mean like, today because we're running into a holiday. I mean any given day. It could be in July. Is this the day you want to place an entry here? Do you want it to come back maybe a little bit more? Maybe you do. Set it up. Wait for it. I still like STX. This is one we've talked about the last few days. I still like STX. I still think it looks pretty good. You've got a nice trend on it. We need the buyers to tell us they're happy with it. We need to clear this top right in here. Sometimes trading is not about, oh my God, I need to buy it now so it can move up. No, trading is patience. Trading is being in control of yourself. Trading is, you see a chart, wait for that chart. Look at CGNX. Did a video on this one. Laid it out, clear as a bell for everybody on the video. We're headed to target. It's taken a couple of days to get going, for sure. Like I said, just because you see a chart and you trade a chart you see a chart you like, doesn't mean it's going to start flying right away. Perfect world that would be, but the world's not perfect. It's just not. But here we go. We're starting to move. SJM. I like this SJM chart. Just draw a simple trend. You can draw your trend where you want. I draw a trend very different than other people. We'll get into that later if you want. I'm looking for the buy signal. I'm going to wait for that buy signal patiently. When I see it, then I'll look to buy it. I don't have to be in early. It can be up here if I want to buy it, because this is where I'm making my money. The next leg is after this breakout right there. Here's the next leg. That's what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to negotiate with myself an entry here. That's all. I'm not trying to negotiate with Kevin or Julie or Nancy, TT. I'm trying to negotiate with myself. I'm my worst own enemy. Kevin's his worst own enemy. Julie is her worst own enemy. And we all know that. I mean, every one of us know that. I hope you do. Tesla. I still like Tesla. Look at that. Look at that rest. Look at that consolidation. This is what we call a pop out of the box right through here. Again, you call it whatever you want, but you can see it just makes a nice little box right here. Once it breaks out, that's a sign that the bulls want to take it higher. That's the leg. That's where we make our money, right there. What else do we have here? Well, let's look at net. Net's looking really good. See net here? We've got a nice little J-hook setup. Again, you can call it whatever you want. That's a continuation pattern. And if you don't believe me, and I urge you not to believe me, I truly do, I urge you to go back and look at the chart. I'm not making anything up here. This is what happens right there. Let's change color. Boom, 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 change color. So it's all different. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. And you're looking for that to continue. And remember, a trend will stay a trend till it's no longer a trend. Sounds corny, but it's the truth. Take a look at COMM, C-O-M-M. Still a bullish chart. Target is still up in here. 200, dotted deuce, up into this area as well. Look at that. Beautiful. Crowd is setting up. So there's a lot of charts right now. The biggest problem is probably trying to pick one out. That's probably the biggest problem of most people right now. PACB, another one, video. This is a video one. Target up here around 1180. We're setting up. Stop. Everything's in place. Just got to have patience. Bank of America, we already looked at that one. WDC, man, that's a beaut. Came down this morning. Now, this won't show up like this when the market opens up. But pre-market, it's done a nice little belt hold. Here's some targets on it. This is another video chart. Shaw is setting up. Let's see here. I'm running out of time. Look at URA. Look how URA is setting up. A little bit deeper, a little bit more of a pullback than what some people might like. D-Dog. Look how D-Dog is setting up. Okay. All right. Let's call this a morning. I hope that was helpful. Keep trading simple. Going into the new year, this is a great time to really tighten up your trading, make some changes, and I'm not saying make big changes. I'm not saying switch everything to what I just talked about. I'm just saying trim down if you need to. Learn patience if you need. Not everything is about a chart. Learn patience if you have to. One way to test your patience in the most bullish day possible, just don't trade. Just don't. Just sit there and watch, chat in the room. Try that. If you can do that, you know what? You're on your way to be a good trader. If you can't do that, you got a problem. You need to go to one of those meetings. T's asking me if UAL. No, if UAL, as long as UAL stays in place, I'm likely to keep it. Yeah. It doesn't have to take off. UAL is still a great looking chart, in my opinion. It's still following all the rules. Okay. All right. We'll see everybody at the bottom of the hour. Take care. Thanks.